Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Alert. 13. Mike 13.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lock in. 13. Mike 13.
Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is he? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10.
Alert 3.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal, the lone man in the backfield is Hunt. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go. Ready? 70, Indy. 54. Nice.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Costello under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Ready, ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, orbit. Go.
Watch the motion.
Hey, drop it up.
From the gun, Costello. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready, ready. 10 Lobo.
Single, slot. Hey, you on the 9?
Ready, ready.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Ready up.
Right. Keep talking.
Hey, echo. Down.
Looking to throw on second down. Costello. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 10-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Undercrush. Smith.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hey, Alpha. Go.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on. Because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Let's put that team on. Watch out. Hey, ball.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's get it.
The 39-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go, Run.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check. Mike 13. He's coming.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Let's go, baby.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A give right side now to Hunt. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep your defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Kiki QT, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Trubisky to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Dorian O'Daniel, 3rd-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room and they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for. That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Don't get nervous. Mike 13, Mike 13. He's coming, he's coming. Check in.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Trubisky will throw. Got an open man. It's QT. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
180. 55. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Costello. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Zoom. Yo, go. That's me.
From the gun, Costello. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Second and 3. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 1st and 10, Costello. He's going to loft one deep left side, and the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas good with the extra point. And it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Look low. 55, come on, guys, 55.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll get this one to Galladay. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is QT, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
First down, Lions.
He's coming. Check in. Let him know.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Double dog. That's the one alert. 13.
2nd and 9. Trubisky to the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Throwing here, Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now Hunt. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 15-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down.
No. Alert.
And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Come on, let's go. First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Costello looking deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Delta. 87's me.
Here's Pollard again. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey. 4 down. Joker. 61, matchbox, lights. Hit it.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone look.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, they had done a really nice job on him through 3 quarters plus, but you just had that feeling eventually he was going to get loose.
And this is why coaches always preach that it's a 4-quarter game, right? It gets trite for us. It gets trite for the fans. This is exactly what they're talking about. What you did before was terrific, but will it stand up if you start giving up big plays as we saw there?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go. Hey, Steve 6. Get it.
From the gun, Costello. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw on 3rd down, Costello, and that's caught by Smith. He's got daylight, and he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's going to be a long day.
Now it's Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
13, Mike 13. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser. Headed for the sidelines.
Let's go. Bring it up.
At their own 37-yard line.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down. Costello. There goes a deep ball. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. In for the score, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Push him back. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They run right side with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down. the 14-yard line.
Go! 180! Watch it, quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to fire you up.
Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? Need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. They'll set up the throw. Ed Oliver, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded just inside the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Box drop. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. He's trying to win. He's trying to run. 51 to Mike, boy. 51. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's second down.
Go! 180! 55! He can't hang! He's not going to get me!
Trubisky to throw. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here comes a big one as this crowd gets up making some noise. It's third and short. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. Got his man. That's Harry. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
At the 31-yard line.
Got it. 54. Mike 54. Rip right, rip right. Hit it.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13. Today's final score,